Hallo und herzlich willkommen bei Videoaktiv. Ich habe hier Mike Deal und we speak English today.
Yes.
And we are here by HP and we have here new workstations. Hello, Mike. You are the technician for the workstations, and what's new by this workstations?
Yeah, so this week we announced a reinvention of our HP workstation lineup. What we've introduced this week is the most powerful workstation on the planet. The Z8 G4, the Z6 G4 workstation, and the Z4 G4 workstations.
And they work with AMD processor.
They work with Intel processors, the latest generation of Xeon processors.
I want to know, AMD has a new processor. You don't have workstation with AMDs. Why not?
We are constantly looking at the latest technology and the most relevant technology for our customer base. We look at all the processor and graphics vendors and select which ones make the most sense at this point for our customers. Again, we're continuing to look into the future, and at this point, with our current Z lineup, we're offering Intel processors.
You think that for video editing is a quick sync very important, so that's the reason for this processor?
For the video and film industry, we feel that the Intel Xeon processors, the scalable processor family, is most relevant at this point. We pair that up with both NVIDIA and AMD graphics to provide those doing film editing, rendering, visual effects, the best system for their use. The speeds go up in excess of 3.6 gigahertz. The high-end processors offer up to 28 processing cores.
Okay, but the video editing software like Premiere Pro don't use so much cores.
Actually, they do use quite a bit of cores. When we're editing in 8K, like we see behind me, it's very processor core intensive to render that, as well as graphics GPU intensive.
That's right. Adobe use intense the graphic card, and they always want to have NVIDIA in it.
We work with both NVIDIA and AMD graphics to provide customer choice. The applications that run on our workstations will run on either of those graphics cards.
Okay.
As well as the integrated Intel graphics that's on our entry-level workstations.
And the entry-level workstations, the price of it roundabout?
Our Z2 workstations start at around $700 US.
And what is the difference between a normal desktop PC and the workstations for $700?
Sure. So workstations, people select workstations for the performance as well as the reliability and the additional testing that we put into it. The real difference between a commercial desktop and a workstation are Xeon processors, error-correcting code memory, which helps eliminate and reduce memory errors, professional graphics in Quadro and the Fire Pro graphics.
And also in the entry-level workstation is a Xeon processor in it?
Yes, in our entry-level workstations, our Z2 lineup, we offer not only Xeon processors, but also a selection of the core processors, Core i3, Core i5, and Core i7 processors.
Okay. And it's possible to make your own setup in it, because you want to have an editing card in it. So how many PCI slots do you have in it?
Right, so these systems are very flexible, made to be completely configured to order. On the Z8, we have 9 PCI Express slots. 7 of those give access to the rear of the system, and then we have 2 additional PCI Express slots that are used for high-speed PCI Express storage.
Okay.
So just to give you a quick tour, removing the side panel, our systems are completely toolless design, meaning that you can disassemble the entire workstation down to the bare bones chassis without any tools. So very elegant presentation here. We have our internal hard drive bays that you can put 3.5 or 2.5 inch. We have 4 of those. Toolless access to remove and insert external devices. Here we have a very innovative airflow design inspired by the Nautilus seashell, which directs cool air in and exhausts warm air out so that everything gets very cool air. So here we have our 2 Xeon scalable performance processors. We have 24 memory DIMM slots, which support up to 3 terabytes of system memory. Down here we have our 7 PCI Express slots, 4 PCI Express by 16 Gen 3, 1 PCI Express by 8, and 2 PCI Express by 4 Gen 3 slots. We also have 2 additional PCI Express slots up at the top, which allow for up to 4 Z Turbo M.2 high-speed storage devices.
Okay.
It also offers a 1700 watt power supply, which is capable of powering a full system configuration with 3 terabytes, 3 terabytes of system memory, 48 terabytes of storage, and up to 3 GP100 graphics cards.
And the price of this powerful...
Starting at price is $24.98 US dollars, and it can be configured anywhere up from that point.
Okay. And in this configuration?
This configuration here, I don't have a price for it, but the starting at price is about $2,400.
Okay, and you have also the possibility to use more hard drives in it. What's the base on it? It's SSD, or it's configured complete by your own?
We offer a very broad range of storage devices, from 3.5 inch 7200 RPM drives, SAS 15K hard drives, a selection of SSDs, and also PCI Express cards. The Z8 G4 can be configured with up to 48 terabytes of storage.
If you want to have more space for the videos, you need to connect an external drive. What's the possibilities?
Yeah, so we can connect external drives. We offer USB 3.1 Gen 1 and USB 3.1 Gen 2, the 10 gigabit per second connection. We also have HP innovation in our dual 10 gigabit Ethernet connection, which you can connect high-speed network drives to.
And you don't have a Thunderbolt in it?
Oh, we do have a Thunderbolt 3 option card that will be available.
Okay, but it's not on the standard.
It is a PCI Express card that can be added in. That adds flexibility rather than having it down on the system board.
Okay, thank you for this information and
Very welcome.
Und danke fürs Zuschauen und bis zum nächsten Mal.